Let's get ready for Monday Mortgage Minute with your hosts, Tom McNamara and Bruce Woodburn.
Hey, how are you?
Doing awesome, man. Doing awesome. How are you?
I'm doing great. We're getting started a little bit later in the day today, but there's a lot happening. Oh my gosh. I got to show you the bond market. Okay. I mean, you know how excited I get about things like this. I know it's a little crazy.
Really geeked out on the bond market. I know.
All right. But let's just take a look at this bond chart right here. Look at these moving averages. We have pierced above these moving averages. Look at them all down here. Yep. 50 day, 100 day, 20 day, 200 day, 100 day, and we are north of them right now, meaning that gives us a new floor. We need to close above this today. That gives us a new floor, and then we're starting to sail north here. It'd be nice if we can get up into this territory right here. That's
the,
where
like, the 105,
101. That'll give you a 30-year fixed at 6.25. If we can get up to there. So that's great news. Average interest rate right now nationally, 6.85. Freddie Mac costing about almost 2 points.
Wow, that's still, I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not cheap money.
But it's only dropped from 6.99 to 6.85.
Got you. Well, yeah. But I will say this, regardless of interest rates, right now I am seeing an absolute increase in listings, and I'm seeing a massive increase in buyer interest.
So listen, you know what's really funny? I got the numbers out, and I know you do too. If inventory from December to January, 1 month, went up 1,116 houses.
That's over 10% increase.
That is more inventory than we've had since the recession.
Yeah.
And so what that did is it just shifted from a balanced market. We'd been in a seller's market, from a balanced market. Now we're in a buyer's market. But here's the thing. I think it's a trick. It's not a trick. It's an illusion. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, here's the thing is you've got, so it's the end of February, right? And you've got about 2 months ish, maybe an extra 2 weeks. And it's going to be springtime, baby.
It's going to be spring season, which is when all the buyers buy. So that inventory is going to shrink. So listen, here's my thoughts on this.
Yeah.
You have an abundance of inventory. That means sellers now just got a whole bunch more competition.
Yep.
So they're going to have to get right on their prices. They're going to have to entertain closing costs, buy downs again, whatever it takes to attract that buyer. Because I'm seeing buyers, they just got a whole bunch more properties to choose from. So that's going to cause sellers to get right. But I think you're right. That's going to last maybe a month to 2 months. Then as soon as spring season comes in, that's when all the buyers come in. They got to get the kids in school before summer's over. So everybody's got to buy.
Yeah.
So the most popular buying season.
The one thing that I'm going to caution everybody on, because what we're talking about is I would say globally in Central Florida, but when you pull into micro markets and start looking at things, like I've literally got 4 sales going on in Winter Springs right now, right. 2 on the buyer side, 2 on the seller side. They both went. One went in a weekend. One went in a week. Then on the buyer side, they're under contract in less than 2 weeks. Let's say from when the property was listed. Hardly any concessions whatsoever. Mostly list price. And then you look at, like, I've got a listing in Deltona that's just sitting there. Nobody's even looking at it, let alone making offers, and it's priced right. So we got to be careful about talking about the market when you need to look at where you want to really live and talk to a pro that knows how to tell you.
Well, I think you're 100% right on that, Tom, because, you're not, if a house comes on the market, like in Dr. Phillips, or you name a more, a desirable, highly desirable area, there's just not that many houses. So sellers don't have to wheel and deal as much. They
Correct.
know they're going to have a lot of buyers coming in.
Absolutely. That's right. Yeah. So, the 3 of the houses that I'm selling in Winter Springs are in Tuscaloosa, and just the name
What a perfect
Tuscaloosa,
community. You got all great schools, well-established neighborhood, malls, grocery stores, Publix around the corner.
Yep. And really nice community, like where people know each other. Right.
Yeah.
So
Tuscaloosa is one of my all-time favorite communities. Absolutely gorgeous.
So, when you're competing in a place like that, you're not going to get quite the deal that you would if you're willing to buy somewhere else where, you don't have as much competition.
That's right. That's right.
So
my message is, this is a very short window. If you're a real estate agent and you got buyers that are sitting on the fence, now's the time to get in. If you are a seller, you might have to buckle down a little bit and really negotiate your deal out, because there's more inventory just hit the market.
Yeah. Hopefully they're getting prepared, by their agent. I know I prepare my sellers, talking about, like, when I give them an initial net sheet, I automatically take whatever price we list it for, I knock it down by $5,000, and I put in 3% closing cost credit towards the buyer. And they're always asking me, why am I giving all this money away? I'm like, you're not. I'm just giving you the net of, like, if you had to. And what it does is it helps them kind of get into that mindset of, okay, I may not get 100% of what I want. I'm going to try to get as much as I can, So
just in our area, the median price went from January 2024 to January 2025. It went from 360 to 375. That's a 4.2% increase.
There you go. And all that in a bad market. Right? I mean,
I think of it as a bad market. The market thinks of it as a soft market.
Well, you know what? My good friend Andy, who was one of my best mentors, told me something that I always bring with me is the market is always perfect.
Yes.
It is what it is. The market is what it is. You can't change it. Just deal with it.
Well, because it's perfect for somebody. Yeah. I mean, if we have more homes on the market, it's perfect for a buyer. If we have less homes on the market, it's perfect for a seller.
Right. And it's
always perfect.
It's always a reflection of reality. That's it. It's a reflection of reality. So, it is what it is.
Interest rates for investors don't make that much of a big deal for them. They don't really care as much because they're looking at the big picture.
Yep, absolutely.
They're not as emotional about it as a consumer would be.
Correct. Yeah. Although I get emotional about my interest rates when I'm an investor.
Well, I do too. But we're no different than anybody else, right?
That's right.
It's even like, I talk my clients off the fence so they can kind of get into reality. And then when I'm doing it myself, my wife will go, "You're acting like you're telling me one of your clients are acting like." I'm like, "I'm sorry, but that's just a big deal, right?" So.
Absolutely right. I fully agree. I said that the other day. I was like, I don't know what kind of customer I would be, but I'm sure it's horrible.
Yeah, me too. Although I don't dilly-dally on decisions. If I think that there's something to be made, I'm willing to make quick decisions. I don't have to mull it over and sleep on it. And, I ain't doing that. I got my facts in order. I know what I want to do. I know everything I do in this industry has some level of risk, but I pull the trigger. And
you know what, Bruce? That's a great.
I've owned. I don't think I have one property that I think was a dumper, but I don't even regret buying it. I bought it for 107 and sold it for like 300.
No, that's not a dumper.
That was, but the house was
when you bought it, it was a dumper. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I challenged myself one year, Bruce. I actually bought and sold a house, held it for 2 years, bought it, held it for 2 years, sold it without ever seeing it.
Never even saw it.
I made a pure financial decision.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Hey, listen, if you're looking for a great real estate agent, Tom McNamara, EXP can help you all over Central Florida, knows the area inside and out, but we also work in all 50 states, so we can help you there. I'm Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger. I've been in the mortgage business for 35 years. I'd be honored to help your clients. If you're a realtor, you're a builder, you want some help, we got great construction loans. And if you're a buyer looking to buy, I promise you won't find a lender that cares more about you and knows more about the market than I do. Also, if you're looking to refinance to lower your rate or eliminate PMI, wait. I created a VIP watch list. Let's watch the market a little bit longer. We'll pull the trigger. If you need debt consolidation because you overloaded in debt, then now's the time to look at doing it. You can call me. We'll be happy to help you. Tom, you are absolutely a joy to have in my life. I love working with you, and I appreciate you joining on the show today.
Same here, Bruce. Thank you very much. You have yourself a wonderful evening.
You do the same.